countdown has started. We're about to start game number 2 between Team Wizards and Guns and Brooches.
Indeed, the map will be Scorched Haven. Everybody has loaded into the game. So on the left side, it's going to be Guns and Brooches, featuring, of course, the one and only, one-of-a-kind Destiny spawning as the red... oh my god, the blue Zerg.
Colors are hard.
I swear I'm not colorblind. I just don't know what I'm doing sometimes. Minigun, however, he is actually red. That is not orange. That is red. Trust me. I'm an expert on colors. He's the red Protoss. And then on the other side of the map, we've got Team Wizards, featuring, of course, the purple Zerg and the teal Terran. Both of them playing under the AD, of course, Team Wizards.
And I always keep an eye on any probes moving out really early, and we are seeing a pretty early probe, but he does have that pylon in his main, so just some standard scouting. But this is what I keep an eye on. For the Zerg players, for an 11 pool or 10 pool, looks like Team Wizards Zerg is going for that 10 pool. Very safe opening, especially in 2v2s, and the teal Team Wizards going for the gas first. Possibly some Hellions. I always like saying the gas first because Hellions come out, and I love Hellions. You know how much I love them.
Yeah, we will definitely be seeing that Ling-Hellion combination. And Minigun, once again, he's not walling in, and his buildings aren't even really placed in a way to wall his base off. So this is just, you know, kind of scary. Destiny, of course, does have his very also pretty early pool. Very also pretty early that pool is. You can see on the production tab, obviously, it's about, 30 in-game seconds or whatever behind his opponent. So he's going to have Lings out by the time the Lings of his opponents show up. But as soon as those rallied Hellions start showing up, that's when things are going to start getting hairy, and Minigun is going to pop into the Terran base here, see that refinery already up. They're going to know exactly what's up, but are they going to be ready to deal with this super aggressive style? This has kind of consistently been their weakness, these Speedling Hellion builds, especially on this map more than anything else. So we'll see if they can do it. I'm wondering if Destiny's just going to go straight into Roaches, or if he will try and get his own Ling speed up, where he's actually only just now getting his gas, so I gotta figure he's just going to go right into Roaches, probably make a spine, and then just pray for Minigun that Minigun will be okay, because Minigun could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I was wondering that same thing. Is Destiny going to maintain his habit of not really going Ling heavy at all and just go straight into Roaches? For his sake, I certainly hope so, because we are seeing a reactor and a factory from the Terran Team Wizards player. So we're going to see the swap go on there, and actually some Lings. Minigun not ready for this at all. He's only got a single Zealot, and this is why you want to wall off.
This is just not good. He's kind of buying some time here. He might be able to just cancel this, get most of his money back. He's remaking that pylon already. He's bringing some probes here. He should be able to micro this pretty well, but that is a pretty big hit right there. I feel like it could have been worse, though. I feel like that's pretty bad. Maybe it could have been worse. Let's take a look at what Destiny's got going on. He's desperately trying to get this Roach Warren up. He's kind of just banking on the fact that a dozen Lings aren't just going to walk in and kill him. Meanwhile, we do have 2 Hellions in production as well. And Minigun, his Zealots are just getting absolutely owned here. I think this is not going to end well for Team Guns and Brooches.
He's trying to run his Zealots, but Lings are faster. I mean, just turn around and get some shots, and you're not going to be able to run. I guess he's just trying to stall for as long as he can for those Roaches, for maybe some more for Cybernetic score, which is almost complete. But now speed is up for Team Wizards, so this 10 pool is paying off. This Roach is just getting done just in time, and now Team Wizards is going to go back to the Protoss and try to get some probe kills, I assume.
And he is just incredibly wide open. Got that first Stalker on the way, and I can't help but think, if there's more of a SimCity, you see these 2 additional pylons. Now Minigun is going for that SimCity, adding that additional gateway to wall things off, and I don't understand why Team Wizards aren't being more aggressive. I feel like they could have just straight up killed Minigun at like 3 different points here, but they just didn't do it, and Minigun with this like ghetto SimCity, I don't understand, but they seem to be like they're gearing up fine, and he needs to be so careful though. It's just still like, look at all these Lings going to flood in here. Destiny needs to get over here pronto.
Yeah, and Roach is not the fastest unit off creep and without speed. And it looks like all the Protoss forces are going to get taken out. Destiny's Roaches, 7 of them, now rallying in. Oh, they're actually going to catch these Hellions. No, the Hellions have a small little space to squeeze through 3 more Roaches from Destiny. They will clean this up. Destiny will, but at what cost? Lots of probes stacking up. Are these Hellions going to get any more shots on these probes? Ling's trying to get the heck out of there. It looks like he will save 3 of them. but the remainder of the Hellions going down. Minigun now down to 12 Harvesters, but you gotta remember, the reason the Zerg had that many Lings is because he is only at 10 Harvesters, so they're not in as bad a shape as you might think.
Yeah, I would say they're actually in amazing shape right now. Destiny just got so many roaches, and what is our Zerg player from Team Wizards doing right now? He is just making more Lings right now, and that is it. They're actually building bunkers, so they're just saying that's enough, and he's going to go ahead and expand Destiny actually with an Overlord. He sees the expansion coming out here, and this is... I don't know, I feel like they... What do you think? Like, don't you feel like there was a lot of points there where there was enough Lings? Like, before those roaches popped out, if he had just pressed on Minigun more, wouldn't he have just kind of killed him?
Yeah, I think he would have, and this just kind of harkens back to when they were playing against Noob Cake. They were extremely timid when they had such a solid lead. They're just playing too conservatively right now. Maybe they're intimidated. Again, I don't know these guys too well, but maybe they're intimidated by, you know, Complexity, Minigun, and Root Destiny. I'm not sure, but they could have done so much more damage than that. So now they're kind of... trying to macro up now. They've got those bunkers down. They're getting that command center. And the drone just frantically trying to drone up. He's still only at 16 Harvesters, 8.5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, really interesting now. I'm wondering if we'll see a repeat. If you remember the last game that Destiny and Minigun lost on this map, it was because very similar to this, like a couple bunkers at this choke point, they decided to stop being aggressive into it, just sit back and expand, and then the counterattack, kind of for the stim timing, basically, if you look at the production tab, when that stim finishes off, will the counterattack be too much? There's a ton of Lings still out. He could just, you know, pop up. He's actually getting his second gas and not expanding, so I'm kind of feeling like they're going to just go for a massive bio and Baneling bust, and if, you know, if Destiny and Minigun don't kind of sniff this out somehow, they'll be in very big trouble. Minigun is just going straight Colossus here. That's going to be good. He doesn't have a lot of units otherwise, though. He's just got one Stalker.
Wow, you're right. I brought up the unit side and was like, no, that can't be possible. One Stalker, and that's correct. He's saving all of his money for the Colossi. Possibly a feed from Destiny once Destiny gets those geysers going, but... yeah, there's got to be a feed. He's got 2 robo facilities on 1 robotic space, so Destiny will be feeding him for Colossi. And they better hope at least one of them gets done by the time these Zerglings, these Marauders, and these Hellions get there. What do you think? Do they have any chance of holding this?
Oh, if these Lings run in, it would just waste too many of them, only one of them getting picked off there. This is going to be so close. I really don't feel like a Colossus is going to be done. That stim is so close right now. This is a very, very tense situation right now. Pure Roach is coming out of Destiny right now. He does have 1 spine up. There is actually 1 sentry, so Minigun can defend his base. If Destiny can just buy time here, camp near that spine, he might be able to buy the time. There's 2 Colossus are in production. Minigun just going to wait patiently with that force field. They just got to buy time. Time is their friend here.
And he was able to catch a couple of Lings, but the Marauders are slowly inching forward. No concussive shells, but Lings soaking up damage so well. They're so good at that. Now 2 Colossi on the way, or 1 Colossus rather, 1 more on the way, and down go all of Destiny's Roaches. The timing was just a bit off, and I feel like with the Stem Marauders, this Colossi, with any kind of improper micro, will go down so fast. And they're on their hind leg right now, Destiny and Minigun are. And this might be the game to tie the series, but a nice force field catching a couple Marauders off guard, but they're just going to go straight on for the Zerg base, and Destiny has absolutely nothing, just a handful of Roaches.
Yeah, not a lot of Roaches, but I feel like, you know, if these 2 Colossus might actually be able to clean this up, just as long as those Colossus, I mean, they haven't been focused down at all, and I really think they're going to stabilize here. The question is going to be, how strong is the economy of Team Wizards? It's really interesting what they're doing here. They're not, like, this is a timing attack in a 2v2. It's like, clearly these guys have played a lot because, I mean, if you look at the Teal Terran player, his economy is absolutely fantastic. He's on 46 STVs, he's on 2 bases, he's got fantastic production. The only thing he's missing is, like, an engineering bay getting some upgrades, but he's actually going up to a 2nd reactor starport. Now, the one thing is, though, their Zerg player is just sitting on 1 base, 1 hatchery, which is not a lot of production, but of course... I mean, Minigun's sitting on that too, but he is going to get that scary Colossus count now. But with 2 reactor starports, that's potential for a lot of Vikings.
Yeah, and we saw those Vikings last game were countered quite nicely by those Infestors, but Destiny, I think he just, has he even started his lair? Where is that lair? No, he has not, so those Infestors are not going to be coming anytime soon, so those Vikings might actually get to do something against the Colossi this time around. Minigun still producing nothing but Colossi. 1 Stalker, 1 Sentry, 4 Colossi, 1 Zealots. No attack upgrades, nothing else. I just want to get big, tall War of the Worlds units. That's what he's thinking.
And now Minigun does, of course, have this Observer, right? We've seen this Observer be so important in a ton of matches. And, you know, actually these Vikings going to reveal themselves to this Overlord that was doing some spotting. However, he's not going to know that it's 2 reactive starports, but he's going to actually move that Observer a bit closer. He's going to see, like, a lot of Vikings. I guess that's, what, 6 or 8 right there? Yeah, that's actually 8 Vikings. So he really should know what's up and immediately starts warping in some Stalkers, which is pretty good news, because those Vikings, I mean, the lair is only just now getting started, so despite having this massive Colossus count, he doesn't have the Stalkers to back it up, and these Vikings might be the difference between a win and a loss right here.
And I gotta hand it to the Purple Team Wizards. He's got a lot of roaches for operating off of 1 base for so long. I don't know if he was fed or what, but that's actually quite a few roaches, all things considered.
Dude, look at his queen right now. Has 1920 energy as that inject is about to go, and he doesn't have any creep tumors, so he's just, like, not missing an inject. That is pretty damn impressive. But either way, enough yibber yabber about macro. We've got a huge engagement coming up here. Are the Colossus going to be able to make the difference?
Well, there's just a lot of Vikings there. I don't know if Minigun's trying to focus down those Vikings or not, but will the Colossi do the damage they need to before the Vikings eliminate them? They're doing a lot of damage, but it's hard to tell at this point. It's only 5 Vikings remaining. Oh, and the meat shields have been taken down. Marauders marching towards those Colossi. No, don't run. Go finish them off.
And Minigun, I mean, he's got 3 gates up, so he's got a bit of production, but this bio army is just so resilient, and all Destiny can do is just stream out roaches bit by bit, and you just can't do that. The medevacs heal too much, the Marauders outrange too much, and it looks like Team Destiny Team Guns and Broaches actually are in a ton of trouble. 2 Colossus trying to get out, but the Marauders are pretty good against buildings. And I think that's going to be all she wrote for this game, man. I think this is going to be it. We're going to see another Game 3 today.
Yeah, we will see a Game 3. Team Wizards just coming out of nowhere in that game. The Terran, that macro was just insane. Such a great Harvester count, and Marauders did quite well against the Roaches of Destiny. And there's the GG from Team Guns and Broaches.